dz. So we're going to replace our constants column with our z column. Okay, our constants column with our z column, right? So the coefficients of our x column, 1, 4, -2. Coefficients for our y column, we have 2, -1, and 1. And then coefficients for z column, we have negative, let me write it in red, of negative of 10. Oops, I almost made a mistake with the wrong ones. 12, 10, 4, and -2. Right? So as always, our first two columns come at the exterior outside the matrix, that is 1, 4, and -2. And we have 2, -1, 1. All right, so we can begin. We start multiplying diagonally. So we get our first diagonal here. 1 times -1, that's -1. -1 times -2, that's +2. Our second column here. 2 times 4, that is 8. 8 times -2, that's -16. 10 times 4, that is 40. 40 times 1, that is 40. Right, we total up our figures below. So we have 2 plus -6 plus 40. So as always, the negative erodes the positive sign. We have 2 minus 16, that's -14. -14 plus 40 gives us +26. All right. Then we can continue with our diagonals. 2 times -1, that's 2. 2 times 10, that is 20. 1 times 4, that is 4. 4 times 1, that is 4. And we're -2 times 4, that's -8. -8 times 2, that is -16. So we add 20 plus 4 plus -16. So 20 plus 4, that's 24. Remember, negative erodes the positive. So 24 minus 16, that gives us 8. All right. So dz, right, dz. All right, so we're going to get the figure below. It always comes first. So we say 26 minus 8. That gives us +18. Right, so dz is 18. Now, since we have found our dx, dy, dz, we can now find our values of x, y, and z. So what we're going to do, all right, let me just erase here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to say x, right, value of x is going to equal to dx divided by d, all right. Dx is -36 divided by 18. Okay. 18, negative 36. Oh, negative 18. Sorry. D is negative 18. Negative 36 divided by negative 18, we get positive 2. All right. The same for dy. Okay, y equals dy over d. All right. So we're going to say that this equals to negative 54, right, divided by 18. 18 divided by negative 54, we get negative 3. Oh, always forget, this is negative 18. Negative 18 divided by negative 54 divided by negative 18, that's positive 3. All right. And finally, we find dz. Right, z equals dz over d. All right. dz is 18. D is negative 18. All right. So z equals negative 1. All right. Z equals negative 1. So we present our answer like this. All right. Let me just erase this part. Okay. We present our answer like this. Okay. Going to put a bracket. All right. And then you're going to write 2, 3, and negative 1. Right? 2, 3, and negative 1. Right? So this is what you're going to put in your brackets. And then you can always check if your values are correct. How? By replacing x equals 2, right? By replacing x equals 2, y equals 3, and z equals negative 1 in any of these equations. So let's just check to see if our answer is correct, right? Let's just check to see if our answer will be correct, right? When we replace, all right? So we'll substitute these values, all right? We'll substitute them in equation 1, all right? So equation 1 is x plus 2y minus 2z equals 10. So we replace x with 2, so we say 2 plus, we replace y with 3, 2 times 3, right? Minus 2, and replace z with negative 1, all right? So this is supposed to get 10. We're supposed to get, our value is supposed to be 10, all right? 2 times 3, that is 6, all right? 2 plus 6, that is 8. Negative 2 times negative 1, that is positive 2. So we're going to say 2 plus 6 plus 8. So 8 plus 2, that is 10. All right. So our values are correct.